Hello, everyone. This is Andres from the Cuban Brother Podcast. This is my first solo video. Very exciting about that. This is a video that I think that has like a tremendous importance. I want to make this video for all American truck drivers. I'm a truck driver myself. My brothers are truck driver and my dad are truck driver, so it's kind of the family business. I want to talk about one of the craziest and most dangerous economic policies that the woman that is running for president this year, who is actually the vice president, wants to implement if she wins the election next month. I'm going to explain you how this policy will terrible affect each one of us, the drivers, the industry as a whole. So Kamala Harris wants to cap the prices. She wants to cap the prices on food and other products sold in grocery stores. That sounds wonderful, especially for someone who has no idea, who has no clue about economic basics. I'm not an expert in economic, but those they don't gonna fool me. They don't gonna fool me because not because I'm an expert, just because I was born and raised in Cuba. Cuba is a communist country. Um, Price capping was like the daily basic in economics implementation in that fucking country over there. So I experienced firsthand the terrible consequence of implementing those communist policies. First, I want to show you a video where Kamala says she wants to cut the price on day one. I don't really know if it's gonna be day one, since she has been in office for about 4 years already. But yeah, let's watch that video. Let's see that video.
But while inflation is down and wages are up, prices are still too high. On day one, I will take on price gouging and bring down costs.
How? Want to know how?
We will ban more of those hidden fees and surprise late charges that banks and other companies use to pad their profits. We will take on corporate landlords and cap unfair rent increases.
I just want to know how. Of course, I know how. It's just price capping. Price capping. When I saw that video the first time, I just realized that, come on, dude, this lady has no idea of what she's talking about. She cannot be serious. That's Communist 101. That's one of the most common decisions that centralizers economics or central country with a centralizer power makes all the time. That's literally Communist 101. Well, just to prove that she has no idea of what she's talking about, I got another video that I want to also show you. So you're gonna realize that what I'm saying. You're gonna understand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to explain. You're gonna understand that she don't understand.
When we talk about bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people, what are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager. I grew up in a community of hardworking people, construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, but a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn, and and I was raised to believe and to know that all people deserve dignity.
The question.
Yeah, I know. You lady are the one that have no idea. So I'm gonna try to explain now how that gonna affect to us, to the truck drivers and the whole industry. Let's try to break it down step by step. Sorry if you don't understand. You don't understand sometimes what I'm saying. English is not my first language, so I apologize. I try to put myself in a challenge, like make a video about economic in English, for example. So let's break it down. Let's start. Let's start for the first thing that you're gonna notice to happen. It will be reduction in supplies. This is very simple to understand. So when the government set a price cap for a product, example for, let's say, bread, companies' profit margin start to shrink. So many of those companies will stop producing certain products or reducing the amount of what they are producing right now. Why? Because it's no longer profitable. It's no longer profitable. If the cost of make a bread is $5.50 and the government told you that you cannot sell that bread for more than $5, it's no longer worth it. So you don't gonna make it anymore, or you're gonna reduce the cost, the production of that product. What does that mean for truck drivers? Less products to transport. So that's the first thing that will happen. Second one that you can start noticing is like less freight, less work. If company produce less, there will be less freight to transport. If there is less freight, there will be less work for truck drivers. This could lead to many drivers losing their job or reducing the amount of hours they can work a week. That's gonna affect like trucking company owners to not only truck drivers. Of course, the first that gonna be affected are the truck drivers, but the people who also own a small or big truck company gonna get affected for that implementation too. So the third thing that start happen is supply chains disruption. It's very easy to understand too. With fewer products on the market, there is an imbalance in the supply chain. So truckers who rely on a regular contract with large distributors, could face difficulties as the demand of transportation decrease. If you used to have like a regular contract or a regular trip to do, you're gonna be affected. For example, my dad. Right now, we live here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I own a truck company. I'm a truck driver. I work for a company, but I also own a truck company with my brother. And or that is the driver, or the one that is driving under our truck company. He's driving from Salt Lake City to Idaho. So he's looking for potatoes over there in Idaho and bringing the potatoes in here to Salt Lake City. We're gonna be affected for that. If the government say that the potatoes cannot be sold for more than $2, this is an example. The people who own the grocery store or something like that, they're gonna buy more potatoes, and if they don't buy more potatoes, there is no need to transport potatoes. So we're gonna lose the job, we're gonna lose the contracts, And that's like that's just an example that I use. It could happen in that specific example, but it could not. It's like an example that I use to explain what this means. So other thing that gonna happen, of course, is lower income from everyone. Lower income from company and lower income from truck drivers. Transportation company will also see a drop in income. If truckers are transporting fewer products, companies will receive less money. That's obviously. This could lead to staff cut, lower wage, and in general worse working condition for truck drivers, but not only for truck drivers. At this point, this is going to affect the whole industry. This is going to affect the dispatcher, this is going to affect the brokers, this is going to affect the mechanics, this is going to affect the secretaries, this is going to affect the office workers, this is going to affect everyone. This is going to affect to everyone. If big companies cannot find more contract for the drivers don't going to be producing money, the company going to be earning less money, they're going to have to cut the staff, they're going to have to get rid of some employees. Like if they have 30 dispatcher, for example, they're gonna need to have like only 10 dispatcher. And again, these are just examples that I'm using to explain what could happen. If they have 5 mechanics, they only gonna need 1 mechanic, because if they have 100 a float of 100 trucks, and they cannot find job for each one of those trucks, they're gonna be using only like 25 trucks, for example. They're gonna have to cut stuff, no matter what. Those are one of the worst consequences it will happen. So, in another thing that's gonna happen for sure will be rising in the cost in other areas. So on the other hand, with a shortage of products, the price of items that are in regular will go up. Of course, the other items that are not regular will go up. People gonna try to make a profit with the other products that they still can raise the price. So while the truckers are making less, the cost of living gonna increase, affecting the industry and the trucker families. Remember one thing: we're gonna start losing our jobs, and we're gonna start making less money. But we're gonna still have a family to take care of. We're gonna still have a home to take care of. We're gonna still have to buy food to bring food to our table, you know. So we're gonna lose the job. We're gonna see a decrease in our income, but we're still gonna have to buy food and stuff for a living, you know, for keep our family safe, or for keep our family fit, for everyone, for ourselves. Even if you don't have any family, it's only you in this world. But I hope no. It's kind of sad to be only you in the entire world. But well, only in that case you're gonna get affected too, because you're gonna still have to eat, to buy clothes and everything. So this is serious. This is gonna affect to all of us. This is gonna affect the entire population. But the first who gonna see how bad it is, and the first in see the impact, feel the impact, gonna be us, gonna be the truckers, gonna be the trucking industry. We're gonna see the first one to see the impact. So I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I just try to explain you this. I just would like to you. I mean, I would like you to see this video, and make a decision after this. If you are not decided to who to vote for in this election, is you still thinking, if you are confused, so think about it. Think about it after you watch this video. Maybe if you already know how to vote for, but you got a friend or someone who hasn't decided yet who to vote for, maybe you can share this video with that person, and this video can help that person to make a decision. Either one is your decision. You are your own. You are, an own person. Nobody can tell you what to do, when to do, or what to do. You have to make your own decision. I'm just here trying to help you to make the right one. You know, try to help the whole industry, to keep the whole industry better. You think about something. Everybody's know how bad is the industry right now. If the person who has been in the office for 40 years already, these 4 years has been like the worst time for the industry, or one of the worst time for the industry. If that person is telling you that when she get to the officer, she gonna do it better and everything gonna be better than it is right now, just asking yourself, just wonder why she hasn't done nothing yet. She's already an officer. She's already the vice president. So I think that is very clear for me. Even if you don't like the other option that we have, if you don't like the other candidate, I'm talking about Donald Trump. Even if you don't like the personality of the stuff, I always say that we are not voting in a reality show. We are voting for president, We are voting for the politician who's gonna run the country next 4 years. So let's try to make the best decision that we can. You know, just like, share, as I say. I hope you like this video. I try to do my best. I'm gonna try to doing better and better and better. Let's see how many people watch this video. Let's see how many people agree or disagree. If you disagree with me or you have something to say, just put it on the comment section. Thanks for everybody.